Hello, hello, hello. Well, welcome to my new episode of Garden of Grind. By the way, it's episode 64 now. And we're back at the grind. A lot of things must be done. Last time we finished... Well, we didn't actually finish anything. We did build the farm of iron. But in the meantime, it's still very not working because you need to plant the whole thing, and I've only have like 30 blocks there that are planted with ironberry crop sticks, which is apparently too small a number. So while we're doing some other tasks, we'll be apparently revisiting that spot to plant more crops, and hopefully by the end of the stream I will have the entire field working. What can we do today that would put us further? Well, I would like to tell you that I got an MV bender built last time. Now it's comfortably sitting at a spot where I have all my MV machines. I also have bees going on, and it's a really important thing for us as well. We've recently figured out that, oh my god, what did I do? Luckily I've got a spade, which is infinite tilling of land. I'm super proud of that, of course. I wish I could think about and actually maybe do something with the storage, because I don't like that, and I don't like that. We do have our usual single-use crowbar system here. Apparently that it feeds the recyclers and gives us our long-awaited and needed scrap boxes, which we open too frequently. There was something strange in there. Please tell me that was a... No. Nothing too strange. I tried to count last time the amount of scrap boxes we need per per 9 emeralds. I mean, how many times do I need to open 10 stacks of scrap boxes to get 9 emeralds? Oh, I mean sapphires, of course. Well, emeralds are a bit different. I can tell you they're all green, so... And the reason why I'm still opening those scrap boxes, of course, that I need the emeralds, and the second reason, probably the most important one, is the resources I get from them. Even though it's not a lot, I do get like some occasional dirt here and there, some vacuum tubes and diodes, which is extremely important for us because we're at a constant shortage everywhere you look, you know. But that's not gonna stop us, right? It already stopped us, so we are at a stopped position right now. There's nothing worse than that. Something is wrong. What is wrong? Item output? Didn't I just... I did turn it. It's item auto output, and for some reason, oh, because the carbon isn't working. I guess, I don't know. I think there's carbon stuck somewhere, that's why it's not moving. Or I didn't connect the pipe. I did. What is this thing? Why don't you go forward? Like... What's this thing? Do I have this thing installed? Allowed. Hi Larvae. Larvae, as far as I know, you're streaming right now. I've seen you're playing some other game. Thank you for lurking. For some reason, carbon does not go anywhere. It's supposed to offload the carbon here and then move the rest of the cells down the hatch. But I see that there's a cell here, 9 cells, and it cannot decide where to move, apparently. I mean, I can continue to ramble on about item pipes and how awful they are. And it's like, every time I try to use them in a somewhat complicated situation, I more or less begin to simplify the task for them. Like, this time, all these pipes need to do is to distribute 2 items. One item goes into the drawer that has this item filtered, and the other item goes straight to a hatch. It's 1 pipe and 2 junctions, or it's not a junction, it's 1 junction actually. So if the cell cannot go to a drawer with carbon in it, why can it go further down? I mean, I need a dude who made who made GregTech here, the one who programmed all of this. I know it's extremely hard to create all of this, and I am in no position to say bad things about anyone or anybody who does that, but it's supposed to move, and it's not moving, you know? Like, if this is an item pipe, and every segment of that only allows 1 item, okay, this item does not go here, then it should go straight down into this hatch. Maybe I don't know. I think maybe I did something wrong. There's a pump, it goes on top, it doesn't matter. This thing is connected, fully connected. This one is turned. The conveyor spits back the empty cells. Everything was working fine until I decided to hook up an oak drawer. I will destroy the pipe and try it one more time. Now it's only cells. Carbon is sitting here right now. So the carbon gets into this thing. Cells move. Cells move onto this thing. And they never go further than that. Wow. You serious? Even if I do that. Huh. Care to elaborate? Just want to jump off and forget about this forever. I mean, I'm not smart, but this is something else. Okay, there's some kind of connection behind that. Maybe that's the problem. Of course not. I don't understand. And that's the kind of thing why I'm not playing. That's the kind of thing why I'm here every week or something, and not more frequently. It's because of that. Little dips here and there that just drive me mad. I mean, at this point, I'm thinking that an item pipe just cannot transfer cells, right? Because look, it cannot transfer cells. I literally, let me just clear the carbon, destroy this thing, get all the... Oh. Let's get all the items out. Just connected straight to the chute. So when the I can't even test it right now. I don't have iron. No iron. Nowhere to be found. I think I'm the only person in this world who suffers from GT item pipes. Like, I've been thinking about, you know, maybe I'll go single player and play the same different worlds, like start new worlds and play up until LV or MV a bunch of times, so that I can be less stupid when it comes to streaming such tier, you know, so that I would know every intricate thing or detail here and there. Because apparently people who play too often, they never get into a situation where they spend half an hour trying to decide why their pipes aren't moving items, you know. What is this thing? Okay, I need to empty the cells, so let's go get some iron. Or something else that requires... that's fast enough and that requires... Let's go redstone alloy anyway. Doesn't matter. I just need to clear 25 cells so that I can test the recipe and see that it spits out the cells into this pipe. I think that the pipe isn't working. Maybe something in the description of the pipe says that maybe you can't move this much items. Tiny pipe. Well, it's supposed to be an item pipe. Okay, we are sitting on a brass pipe, the smallest one. One stack every 4 seconds. All good. There was less than a stack of things. Oh, it got the cell back. Look, it spins for 40 seconds. What I call spinning is the act of completing an operation. My lingo is a bit bad in this case. When it spins to 40 seconds and completes the operation, the empty cell, it's free of oxygen, gets into this out section right here, and is slowly but surely sped back out into this pipe which leads back into the advanced electrolyzer, and now I already have 2 empty cells. So the back way is working fine, but the way into this hatch, for some reason, the cells are getting backed up. Yeah. Alright, while this is spinning in there, I'm gonna go back to my fields and grab what I have in terms of iron and plant it in here. Always toggling peaceful mode because oh my god, something happened. Somebody trampled my crops or something. That's bad. Lost a lot of things right now. Or maybe I forgot to I think I forgot to plant one crop and then it started like this. Okay, where's my trowel actually? Or shovel or whatever you call this thing. Quite a lot of wheat I get from that. And I need to come back for my crops. I think I store them. What you're saying, those are the last pieces of crops I have? Cannot happen. Yeah, here they are. I'll take 2 stacks for now. And the reason why I'm diverting my attention to get to run to this field is that the faster I plant the new crops, the faster there will be yields that will help me to plant crops even faster, paradoxically. Let's hope I have it all. Okay. We also have to check that. Oh, we've got the hop. And apparently when it's grown, I want to move it to this side so that the center is always giving me only good crops, like hemp. Or if it gives hemp, I'm just gonna start a new field, as I told you. If it's something else, then perhaps we'll be waiting that this something else is better than a hemp. Alright. Got some free redstone alloy. Actually, it's not even a conversation. I mean, you can get that from bees. Though, still, you would need to smelt it. Alright, I think my cells are ready. And we're gonna get just the 25 cells. Wait for the recipe to complete. And then we're gonna take carbon out as fast as possible, because I don't want that to be the first thing to go into the tube, because then I won't be able to test the faultiness of that pipe. I couldn't do it. Alright. I think I'm going to disable item output for now. Clean this pipe. Hook it back up. And then I enable item output, and I'm waiting for 25 oxygen cells in this little section. I'm expecting that to happen, because, right? I mean, this goes out The carbon... Actually, the carbon also stayed in the first segment. That's the thing. Never went past the first segment. You see? And the reason is because I'm allowed the output. I'm gonna wait for some time. Actually, I don't have any kind of conveyors here, so it's not the 20-second 20-second interval I have to wait for. There's nothing I have to wait for. So for some reason, the item pipe segment does not allow further transportation. It stays here. Oh, Kevlar, hi. I'm sorry I didn't see your message. For some reason, it's uncolored right here. Maybe because, I don't know, randomness chose you as a gray color today, and I'm good. I'm good, but you see, if you're following what's going on, I'm not good. Apparently, I have this war with item pipes again. Even the spot where I'm having this war is close to where I've been having this war last time. You see, I've been fighting here, literally crushing over this thing, and now I'm moved a little to this spot and having a problem where my cells are not moving, or any items that are outputted from this particular machine are not moved anywhere but further than one segment. And you can torture me all you want, yes, but I remember that this was not the case back then. And I'm starting to think that maybe the placement has its... No, everything's chunk loaded. I mean, if you were to go to the internet to ask what the hell's going on, people would say, check that your chunks are loaded. And I've tested it with connections, without connections. I mean, if there's a carbon, it moves onto the carbon drawer, and then the cells start to move, because this recipe outputs both cells and carbon, but none of them move further. I've already tried disconnecting and connecting the pipe again, the second segment. No. My setup includes input hatch turned with its face down, and having a conveyor module on the bottom of this thing. Perhaps I could do something, but I'm not sure this is how I want it to be done. If there is no conveyor, items are being transferred. Thus, I think in order for that to work, I must have my conveyor set up like this. Maybe then it'll work. I think that's how it was back then. I think the conveyor was the problem, because it used to work. Let's see. Okay, I think I need to set up that to import, and then yes, and then it'll have 5. Actually, more than 5. Yes. Okay, now it's working. My rant is over. Everything's good. GTNH is the best game ever. I wouldn't say I was stupid. I was just expecting it to work in a way that it never was supposed to work. Yeah, it is. Oh, I suddenly got 40 iron berries. We're rich again. Faster than I thought. No. Okay, the hops are here. Let's let's read the tooltip. Actually, it's not even a tooltip. I have to go all the way into this farming cooking thing and read again about the left and right click of a spade. You can use left click to have a higher chance of a seed dropping when mature. So left click is our savior. Damn me. I used a screwdriver instead of this spade and I killed the plant. Oh my god. Well, back to it. Let's go check the bees. We were aiming for diligent, I think. No? Still no diligent. It's because we're trying for a good bee. I think I have narrowed it down pretty... Yes, I did. It's basically one more date for them. And the new kid's gonna be the best. We have to get to industrious. And then we can start breeding the resource bees. I need to calculate how many of those apiaries or whatever you call them I can have until I run out of coins, because those coins are the only thing that's holding me and the pristine queens apart. Right now I'm having, I guess I have 25 the beekeeper 1 coins and 50 more in another chest, so it's 75. And if I just spam meadow hive, I get to have 7 queens, which is exactly 7 apiaries, because each queen has to be present in each of those apiaries in order for cycles to be there. Okay, more iron. Never stopping. You see how I've spammed crops and now there's nobody spawning in here? Well, there's been a a little skelly in here, but he died because he couldn't move anywhere amongst those thorny crops. Alright, and the first floor is officially done. Now, I think I won't be planting more right now. I won't be getting any dirt built, because then again just enable spawns, which I don't want to do. So actually, I have a question concerning sunlight that seeps through the glass block. I have it on the same height. 9 more. I have it on the same height as this field, and I don't remember testing whether this little sunlight actually. Oh, because I did this circle around it, so I should do the same thing there. Circle around this little block so that it gives light only to the solar boiler and not to the surroundings. Okay. We have to do it. Otherwise, if you press F7, yeah, you can see that there are a bunch of, oh my god, crops that. I mean, actually, I also think that I need to get myself a better entrance here. Move this way. Oh, that's incorrect. I should probably have farmland right on top of those crop sticks, right? I think I started doing that, this thing, and then I, for some reason, was distracted or something, because I saw, I've just seen one, yeah, one block was already built. Okay, there's a possibility I might die right now. Oh, let's just do this thing anyway. I've got 17. Have to break the rest. There might be a good chance when I come back to the drawer there will be more. Oh no, there isn't. There's just concentrated essence berry, which I have no use for now. It'd be better if we skipped rain. And then we go straight for the bee. Oh wait, there's another batch of iron ore bears, but it's only 2 of them, so it's not worth the not worth the movement. Still no diligent drones, but we're not giving up. Why would we, right? But I'm already having the same diligent drones here. I don't even want to check them. I think they're healthy for us. I've almost bred out the cultivated one. The odds are actually bad. I don't know how lucky you have to be with bees. What if there's almost the same formula and like the luck doesn't matter? Like you always get your bee at a 4th or 5th try. I think that's the case. Also, I'd love to recycle all this pulsating iron and get some more sugar. Wow, that's like that. One day I'll have a sugar farm, don't worry. Right now I want to establish iron and just turn that into steel, I guess. Once I have a lot of steel, I can start thinking about... I don't know what thousands of steel could give us, actually. Other than lots of LV machines, but those also require circuits which I'm not a fan of. Opening more scrap boxes. About 100 of them. Silly me, I didn't count how many I've opened. You know, I'm not good with probabilities. I think that when it says that an average you have to open 40,000 of them, I know that my average would be about 60. And I'm not like anti-jinxing myself to get the lower number, no. It's just the reality of that. Whenever you try to actually count something that's chance dependent. light level. We actually have to cook something. That's not protein. Otherwise, we're gonna get stuck in the 0% again. With weights at our ankles. Alright, Diligent Drone. And Diligent Princess. Finally, I was able to complete this quest and get my coins. Actually, no coins for me. Now those were bee bags. Bee bags is bad. There are quests that give coins. Well, these two aren't those quests. Alright, we got the Diligent. It is super clean and super fast. I'm sure about that. Let's just get it here. It has X3, well not 4, but still. X3 is also a good ratio. And to get to Unweary, which is what we want to do, we just need to mix Cultivated and Diligent. So let's get that going. Actually, I want to know. You see, this is actually not a good bee. I wish I had a better one. Oh, here it is, right? This is the good bee. Yeah, it has a Diligent inactive in it, but it has all the characteristics that we need, all the good ones. So let's keep it that way. The most important one is speed and population. Okay, we grew something here, and it is a something useless. Flowering vines. Actually, there is use for that as far as I remember. In Yes, yes, it is for Botania, I think. No? No, it's Biolab thing. Okay, vines, ivy vines. So it can be just vines, it doesn't matter. It's not what we need. We need to build another farm. We have to start thinking about now. It's just that I'm afraid that by the time I get all these farms working, I will have bees already. It's just gonna be a lot more effective. It can be. But the problem with the bees is that I have to use a centrifuge to get all that thing worked through. And I don't know what's more effective. What's more time efficient. Looking at the logistics pipes and seeing that's not a problem, this thing. It's okay. The glass tubes are easy to do with just some long steel rod. Also doable as well as fine gold wire, but when you move on to the next one, fine redstone alloy wire, it's EBF smelting. Diamond, it's another story. Well, it is possible now to oh, it is not. It is possible to craft diamonds now using coal, but you need clean coal dust and nothing else, which we do have in somewhat abundant amount. And flint, coal block, coal also. So yeah, kinda have diamonds. Quorm's favorite Russian streamer. Do you watch any more favorite Russian streamers? I mean, just Russian streamers. Oh, and that whenever I talked about where I'm from, I was always afraid that that's gonna be my, like my label. But actually, I don't care. Okay, what is it? So this basic logistics pipe, I guess, can connect to adjacent inventories and blocks. So you don't use them everywhere, just near blocks, right? That are important that have inventories. They also have item routing capabilities. You can use them to form junctions. Junctions are formed with them, but they cost some diamonds. And if I get to them, if I get into the fluid situation, also possible, right? Okay. And inserting fluids. I don't think I need fluids, and I don't know why fluids are first and then the provider pipe. Oh, it's a fluid provider pipe. These are chassis. I think they're called like that. And then a bunch of modules for needs a Lamar and everything. Lapis, blank module, also vacuum tubes, and well, I think it's doable actually. If only I wanted to do that. The requesters under pearl plate, kind of doable as well. Then there are recipes. I don't think I need recipes or anything. I mean, I kind of want a centralized like dock or hub where I can just store items. But I can have the same thing done with a drawer controller, right? Where I can just put my items in it, and it will distribute everything via slaves. No. It's also quite expensive. If I'm not going for crafting, for order crafting, why the hell do I need that anyway? There's a keyboard, copper chest, 2 MV circuits, MD machine hole, polyethylene. This thing comes with a 3x3 crafting grid that you can load with an NEI recipe to request the recipe, but not to finish recipe, right? So I have to finish that with my hands. This is the automating crafting table recipes tab, and this thing right here is when you begin to have fun with this mod, right? Automating crafting table recipes is a good first step to automate your processes to achieve this goal. Get yourself a crafting logistics pipe and the logistics crafting. Quorums, yeah, I did. I looked through stuff. In the Discord community, there's like not like an announcements, but what upcoming features or something. And I've seen a lot of things. You can call me crazy, but the most interesting thing that I found there is actually vending machines for coins. I don't know why. I like the visuals of that and implementations of that you can just kind of like use them to decorate stuff like you were in a city. I guess people like Axie will understand me because he once been having this like run in a hardcore world where he built a city. But yeah, if on a more serious note, of course the crops are the primarily goal, I think, in 2.9. They redid the whole thing. I haven't been able to test it yet because I don't like loading up nightlies and dailies, these beta versions, because I don't see point in that, because something is definitely going to break there, you know. But other than that, I don't really know what else they added. So if you have something else you can tell me, what interested you, for example. Fishing port change. You mean the Junhai, whatever, the Zhuhai fishing port. I don't know why it needs a change. To me, it's an okay thing. Well, it's not really visual as it could be, just a pool of water with no fish in it. That's the thing with it. Another stone lily destroyed. I'm more stoked about the fact that after 2.9, 3.0 will be the next big update. Yeah, it is sucky in terms of the way it looks. Like, you could kind of imagine that this is just blocks that have been I don't know. It's kind of like copper, you know, when copper changes color, it's this thing rusted or something. And then there's lots of underwater plants that have been grown over this thing. So this is the only visual justification I can get for that. But it's just a type machine, you know. There are many types of machines like that. Like, nobody's having a problem with a sifter though. It's just because it has a grid in it, you know, and you kind of like, oh, it's got that, then it sifts fine. And fishing port for some reason has water and it's bad. They do have some distinct features, and some features we're okay with. Nobody's gonna be redoing a sifting machine, right? That multi-block, even though it's ugly as hell as well. I'm more optimistic about 3.0, but I know it's probably gonna happen not earlier than next year. I don't even know what they want to do. What's the roadmap for 3.0? It would be great. I do have a few problems with the way things are going, but it's not the New Horizons thing. It's the GregTech thing. Like, the way the pipes are working, it's awful. Nobody's gonna change that because apparently you have to learn how to use them. Also, maybe something to do with the mobs. There was an entry that overhauled it. It's literally a cargo boat thing, and you can upgrade the Tears of Nets casing hull to improve it. Visually looked incredible. Yes, but it's gonna destroy the game a bit, just like cleaning water did, just like Netherite did, and Prismarine did. It's like when you already have a system that's working, then all of a sudden you overcomplicate it because you found that it needs to be more realistic. You don't just, when you get things to become more realistic, you overcomplicate them. I remember I was hitting ZPM, well, reaching that, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. I was like looking at a water cleaning tab, and I was like, there wasn't a tab yet. There was just, I guess, one block that did that, and not even a block. You could do that in just regular multi-blocks. Yeah, and I remember I was like, yeah, water cleaning is quite simple. And by the time I got to this point where I needed to do that, they changed the whole thing. They made it so that I need 8 new multi-blocks, and the last one costing thousands of infinity, if not more. I was like, dude, come on. And then I realized that all of a sudden you need this clean water not only for pushing higher tiers, but also for crafting hatches of lower tiers, like ZPM hatch. Come on, you need fresh water, right? Not the fresh, but some pure water of some grade, like ZPM hatch. I think that's where I found out that I actually need to build the whole thing, even if I didn't want to. Energy hatch. There's, I think it's in. Yes, that's the thing. Flocculated water, grade 3, to cut into the an NPIC wafer. All of a sudden, I couldn't do things that I was able to do a long time ago. I was at a UV already, and this thing came out, and I was like, dude, how do I get to a ZPM hatch now? So changes like that, they're good and realistic, but they break the game. They make it more complicated, sometimes even to the point where, like, I believe that this game should be accessible for everyone, and you just have to accept that not everybody's a software engineer, you know? But by the time when this thing came out, and I could do the first few grades of that water just fine, up until maybe 3 or 4, where you begin to have this like 2 towers and something in the middle, and you go like, you have to balance the level of liquids. This is where I had started to have troubles. There was like sodium and hydrochloric acid, I believe, pH levels or something. This is where I realized that I can't play the game anymore because I'm not good enough at logic. Yeah, but I mean, not everybody is ready for problem solving of that level. Some people are just want to play. They just want to play the game, you know, do their automation at a slower pace. So I think that having open blocks, open computers, and everything should not be obligatory when it comes to playing the game and completing it. I think it's for those who want to improve on stuff further on. But it turned out that I couldn't move anywhere without completing a guide on Discord where a dude just did everything through computers. And it wasn't hard, but it left me with a feeling that I just piggybacked on somebody else's work. Prior to that, I was like thinking, this is my world and those are my setups. They might be not perfect, but they worked. But then I get to the point where I have to purify water, and suddenly some part of that world is not mine anymore. That's the thing. I've never ever felt like I was personally attacked in terms of my intelligence. I was like playing the game, reading some Discord, thinking, seeing what people did, and I was like, okay, let them do their thing. I'm gonna do it like that, and I was fine with it up until the point of purifying water, where I just gave up. You know, there was no chance for me to do all that by myself. Lua programming language. Hello, how are you doing, right? I understand that that type of game only attracts the people of that mindset, but I am nowhere near any of that. And I was really I felt bad. It's like the game didn't want me anymore, you know? Like, there's a gate, and if you want to go further, please, I don't know, go back to school. And I have completed all the 8 tiers, or however many there are up until the baryonic, because I completed all the tiers, and it wasn't as hard as I thought. As soon as you start to understand how to follow a guide, but I didn't do that myself, of course. I just followed the guide, you know, saw the pictures and copied everything. Another problem is antimatter generator, where you have to balance amount of protomatter, I think it's called, in the hatches. And I thought I could do that, but it turned out I also had to use. I didn't use open computers that time, but this thing SF something M, where the redstone balances everything, and you have this like you can build a circuitry inside of a tab, sort of. I use that also with a guide. And well, those were the 2 things that I found very difficult for me to work on. without somebody's help. But other than that, other difficulties were probably just waiting, a lot of waiting. And that I could handle. I wasn't smart, but I was very loyal to the game. So... yeah, yeah. The last one is nonsense. It you need to get a separate ME system for that. Because there's like what do you call those things, like I don't remember, some kind of quarks, I think, 5 or 6 or 7 types, I don't remember, and they were all they have to be switched up every now and then, depending on the output of something. I did the same thing. I used the OC script. Even though sometimes what I didn't like is the fact that sometimes it would break, and the screen would go blue, and I would have to reload the whole thing, and sometimes it wouldn't work. But what I liked is that this OC script that even had some updates or something. It was crazy how the dude could do that. I still have a hard time understanding how this OC script can draw things from the internet, since the game is offline. I guess I'm just, I don't know, not smart enough to understand that it kind of, I don't know, maybe opens a gate of sorts. It must open something to get to the internet to download a script from the internet. I just... It's beyond me. Uh-huh. Well, it's as far as I know, it's easily scalable with hatches later on, and there are infinite, not parallels, right? You can go beyond 256. It's just gonna require a lot of energy, and the energy is only stored within the main block, so you can just and get laser in there, and that's and call it a day, right? There has to be an update where it just shift clicks, grab boxes, and it opens the whole stack. Because this is too slow. You need to beat the game first. Yeah. Your passion will be weaker if you don't finish the game and start a new run. You need to finish and then think about the rest of what you want to do. And 2.9 is not out yet, so you might be able to get there in time. don't know whether I need the... I think I do need the third set of... I mean the second set of my solar farm. Yeah, I mean, what else can I do? Also, I'm not sure if bees can actually work during rain. Yes, they can't. And we can sleep. Maybe I just go crazy and get 4 of everything. 4 crop managers, 4 solar boilers. How about that? I do actually need 4. I guess I do. Either way, I will have to... I will have to farm for salt, for a lot of other crops that I don't have yet. So I guess 4 crop managers are actually a good thing. The bad thing is that I won't have enough of garden soil for that. Just the dirt. There's no dirt in this world. Unless I go back and dig the hell up the entirety of my previous location. I should have about 4 stacks of dirt, maybe even more. Especially those barren fields. Can we just do that for the sake of doing it? Would it be that difficult? Then this farm of skeletons, stupid useless thing, can also grab a stack of dirt from that, and all the surroundings and the villagers that are there. Oh, I don't know. So we do have some dirt saved up, but I just don't like the idea that it's not renewable, you know? It is, but in a very slow manner. Most of that being from plants. Also, I have to think about a laser engraver, because that is the entrance to the first steps of the what do you call this thing? Not incursion, not illusion, not enchantment. It's the thaumaturgy thing. Fusion. Yes? Infusion. Fusion. No, it's not fusion. Arcane infusion. That's the thing. That's what I was talking about. There's also a very interesting branch of quests called Division Sigil. I do know why I need this thing. It is for the semi-stable or unstable ingots for the long-awaited axe. But in order to get to that, we will have to get an enchantment table. It is possible to get that since now I have the bending machine of envy and I can get the obsidian plate. Actually, what's stopping me? What's stopping me? Well, we need a wand of 45 aspect capacity. I think mine is 25 or something to that extent. Where is it? How do I know the full capacity? Yeah, it's 25. It's shitty capacity. I need to first think about a way to raise it up to 45, and then I can craft an enchantment table. And then after that, I need to kill Wither, which is totally doable. I just need to build an arena from obsidian, right? Or maybe find some cheesy strat to kill Wither to suffocate him or something. I guess there are strategies like that. Silk Jewel. And that it then asks me to get the cursed earth. I guess this is the earth that appears when you do the ritual of place your enchantment table on a grass field and surround it with redstone dust at night. At midnight, place the animal on or near the table and kill it. You can check with the sigil if it's time yet by clicking it on the enchantment table. Of course, you also need to have your sigil on you. Yes, I understand. I can get obsidian. We do have a rock breaker for the arena. I'm not sure. I'm gonna Google the way to kill a wither. Easiest way to kill the wither boss. Okay. Dig a 1x2 tunnel about 30 blocks long, spawn wither at one end, then shoot arrows at it while walking backwards. Switch to sword halfway. Wither won't be able to damage you, and he'll even help mine a bit. One by two tunnels, so yeah, another thing is to actually collect the skulls of skeletons. There's the Withering Queen. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Just the skeletons can drop Wither skeleton skull if you use skull sword. Skullfire sword, right? Skullfire sword. That's a lot of work. Diamond lattice. Need stainless steel. Not possible. Oh, 134 iron berries all of a sudden. Interesting. I'm wondering if it's enough amount of That's enough of ore berries for completing the whole field, because I think I'm getting close to it. Check that I've planted everything. Okay, officially I can cut the red ribbon with my scissors, because this iron field is now working at 100% capacity. I was able to get it to work in quite short amount of time. An hour of the last stream and an hour and 30 minutes of this stream. About 3 hours, I would say, in total. It took me to multiply iron till I get enough of everything. I'm expecting about a stack of iron every 5 minutes, maybe even less. Already have 29 ore berries that we can use in tandem with some chiseled stone blocks. Oh no. Something happened. It was strange. I placed an iron ore berry into the water and it immediately turned itself into an iron nugget. It's because iron ore berry itself is iron. Right? Yeah. It's interesting. How am I supposed to how do you get this then, if it's gonna mix with itself? Well, apparently it's the same thing. It's just easier nuggets. We will try to do that. 4 chiseled stone bricks and then that. Yes, I should have thrown bricks first. No, it doesn't matter. We got our steel. So this will be our production of steel, I think. This is where it will go. Sadly, I cannot really automate putting things in in the crucible. Was finally able to get hemp seeds. I don't think I need berries, XP berries anymore. Came to a conclusion. It's not like I will be using fluid extractor to get that. It's too power intensive. And I'm getting my XP buckets crafts from a farm anyway. So we can just start on copper and tin right away. Do the same thing I did with iron. Start right now, right? What's stopping me? And I don't need to get any more of those solar fields. Because I'm tired of picking up experience. And I also think that there's too much aluminum right now. I could divide that field in half and grow something else, like salt roots, for example. Why is it so slow? Also, I have the slowest worker trait. It's also bad because when it is time to pump resources out of those bees, they will be very slow. Something happened. I think I butchered my breed of bees. I've got an idea. I have a lot of free energy that I could theoretically put into use by placing my crops closer to this spot right here and then accelerating them with the world accelerator. I don't have the MV numbers, but I could do the LV accelerator. It requires 6 amps for the tile entity mode, which is needed for crops. Also, I'm gonna be slowly switching to other types of crops on those XP fields, starting with do I even have this? What I'm talking about, the copper ore berries. I know there's a coin shop quest that can give us anything we want. Just some farmer coins. I'm just a bit afraid that I already have this thing. But apparently not. Let's go fetch some farmer coins. Oh, I do have copper berries. And the gold berries I also have. Well, the tin berries is what I don't have for sure. Tin berries. I also think I need gold and a lot of it. So we will be getting other fields. Definitely. Slowly but steadily we will. Okay, my coins are here. One farmer coin. Oh my god. You're really telling me I won't have 10 ore berries? Are you serious? Wow. Let's go visit our world of lies. Nah. Not even some farmer coins. Well, I do have some pistons. That's important. There's always something to grab from here, literally. This is aluminum ore berry. Chicks keep dying to walking over the fields. Oh my god, what a mess. Especially this thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almost died. So how do we deal with not having farmer coins to buy 10? Because 10 is important. 10 plus copper is bronze. Bronze is everything. It's all our multi-blocks. It's all our machines. Can I make the coins? No. I can earn them through completing quests, but it's another story. I will check the quests once I'm. I don't think those coins are renewable. I remember that you can have traveler coins, the backpack coins, the Enderman head coins, and then maybe blacksmith coins sometimes for killing something more crazy than just zombies or skeletons. But I don't think you can get farmer coins from killing stuff. I think those are not renewable. I will check it right now. So these are all the quests I can get coins from. Bunch of quests for completing stuff. And none of the killing quests. Yes, it's not renewable. Technically I can get it from breeding. Also, I don't like the fact that I will have to encase these farms in into boxes. Also, I wanted to check how iron ore berries work when you macerate them. 9 of them turn into one dust. So 3 iron dust every 24 seconds. That's tough. So 1 dust every 11.5 seconds or something. Every 10 seconds. That's okay. Oh, I didn't check. Maybe I have the green coin, farmer coin. Yeah, why should I? It's not like this game is easy. Eight hops would give me 6 green farmer coins. $15 coin the farmer for yeah, okay. Fish trap and fishing rod this is what we're gonna do. This is gonna give us what we need. Okay. Longwood stick. We need 9 because we'll be getting 3. Oh no, actually 1 is enough. So 3. Then an iron ring. a string, and wire cutter. And the fish trap. A chest and a bunch of sticks. Got the berries. Finally. I want to get that fish trap, but I'm not sure how it works, so perhaps I'll put it somewhere close to water. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe it's gotta be like this. Doesn't matter. Alright, let's start by encasing the farm into a stone box. For that we're going to need a lot of cobblestone and a lot of free space in our inventory. Let's just honestly and just with an honest heart clean our inventory, put everything away. It's not needed right now, like for freaking fishing rod, like oxygen cell. Why is it even here? Redstone. It's like everything is useful until it's not. Until you like carefully looking at it and actually seeing that you haven't used it in a while. All right, let's also check on bees. We should always do that. Now it's a good speed. Oh my god. Axie. Axie, hello. Rating with a party of 44. You're killing me. Thank you, thank you. It's good. Just recently came back to, for a day or two, playing my infamous Garden of Grind. Basically a dead world. And how's your life? I saw you were. Yes, kind of. I was streaming like 2 days ago. I don't want to think about burnouts anymore. Yeah. I saw you doing hardcore again. Yes. And actually, I have to commend you on your builds again. You always find something new. Like this time, you go for some kind of like rusty steampunk, I believe. No. Some kind of tunnels with farms embedded in them. This is the part of Fallout. Okay, I understand. Yeah, cool. Just cool. How do you even find all those blocks? This is a very interesting approach. Also, I have noticed that Shiny Bucket is playing on your Garden of Grind world, and he's advanced quite far, I would say. Do you play with him still, or you are just basically occupied by your own project? How's this distribution of things are going between you two? But because as far as I remember, it was probably him you started the world with, right? Because it said with Axie in the description. So it's like you're not interested in knowing what's ahead of those tiers that you've seen thousands of times. Actually, I don't quite remember how far you've played. Your farthest, I would say. Actually, there's quite a lot of people on my stream now. Guys, hello everybody. Hi to everyone. Right? I'm not really used to a lot of people, so in case you're not bots, I welcome you to my channel. I stream Garden of Grind. I guess if you are familiar with Axie, you're familiar with the fact that he also tried this exact iteration of GregTech New Horizons, and I do the exact same thing, but in a less efficient way. So here you might find very inefficient and stupid plays, followed by my commentaries and me racking my brains, trying to find a solution to a problem. So this is the type of content I do. I wouldn't consider myself a veteran GregTech player, but I did go somewhat far in my last playthrough. But that doesn't mean I know a lot about the early game and everything. So welcome everybody. It was meant to be an off-cam thing, but I've been doing other stuff. Yeah, I understand. So it's like he's playing this game on cam, and you are kind of reluctant to join because it kind of obliges you to also be on cam, right? If that's the case, I have a similar feeling with this world. As I said many times, I want this world to be only online. I mean, I do play in a single player. It's like not even open to LAN or anything, and it's actually paused when I'm not when I'm paused. You know, it doesn't move. So the thing is that I wanted it to be only live when I play it. So like, if I'm not playing it, I'm not waiting or gathering resources or anything. Not that there is anything to gather in Skyblock. I'm kind of just, I wanted it to be strictly recorded from top to bottom, like everything I do. It's recorded on my YouTube. Like all the VODs are there. About 63 episodes now. And I don't have any kind of off-camera work done. But over time, I found it hard to continue. Because sometimes I would want to actually not turn on the stream because I feel not good streaming, because you need to talk to people and actually communicate. But I would just, like sit back, kick my feet up, and just, launch the game and do some stupid stuff around, without actually putting in effort. Because what I do now is actually putting in effort. I actually place blocks and I talk to people at the same time. It's crazy effort for me, And I believe if I were to do that, I would have probably already beaten this MV and everything, which is where I'm at now. Shiny can do only weekend streaming, what I understand, and there was so many things that I didn't like how those turned out. He wanted to do something that it needed to be started from scratch. Nothing was automated. You hit a wall just like I did. Isn't that true? It's when it was back about 3 or 4 streams ago when I realized that my world sucks and most of the things are not automated as well. And that burnt me so quickly. And now I'm back for the time being, and what I'm doing is I'm redoing my farms basically. So right now I'm going to be redoing. I've already built an ironberry farm, automated it fully and filled it with crops. Now I'm doing the same thing. I'm deleting 2 XP farms. I don't think I need them anymore. I get all my experience and all my XP crafted ores and everything from mob farm, which is not working, by the way, because it needs to be hard instead of peaceful. Sometimes toggle it to not deal with the mobs while I'm building something. A bit of a soft core here, and now I'm going to be redoing that, and that is my addressing the fact that my world also sucks, in that I should have been doing other things from the beginning, So I'm getting back in the beginning, and I'm doing everything from scratch. Once I've got all the basic resources covered, like 10 copper, iron, and aluminum. Well, gold somewhere in between as well as salt to root and everything like that. I will probably start thinking about distributing those ores into the right directions where it can be transformed into dusts and placed into storage. As soon as I have that done, fully automated, without my even moving a damn finger, then I can start thinking about what to do next. Because I realize that there are so many things I have to attend to, So many things. It's not like the usual GTNH world is any different. Also had problems there. My hardcore world is Steam only. What do you mean Steam only? Overworld only, and I had 100 Minecraft days to go to do mining and gathering before I moved into my cave. It's like a condition for you, right? But I mean, how can it be Steam only? It's interesting. Yeah, and is it a mod enforced stone block, or you just move into a cave and you just chill there in this space of 50 blocks from top to bottom? Inside mountain, yeah, so it's more than... I guess you could have maybe you could have tweaked your world a bit, make it an actual stone block. Would that be too hard to implement? Just to add a mod that turns air blocks into stone. That wouldn't delete anything, right? Well, it's gonna delete the structures and everything. Probably. Maybe even not. Maybe it's gonna leave the villages, the bee and everything. That could have been a good idea. Well, maybe you thought about that, but something went wrong. I understand using steam and not benzene. I totally do, because it's like steampunk and everything, Fallout. Actually, if you're saying you're doing that in a Fallout Vault style, I'm not sure Fallout is actually connected to Steam. Is it? I don't know what type of energy they used. Nuclear, I think. So I guess it's still kind of a steampunk for you. Right, I need to... Fusion core. Okay. I played Fallout, but not so much to know what they used. I just kind of ran around thinking it's Skyrim in the future, but it wasn't. That's where I deleted the game. Now my famous arches were like cemented. It was supposed to be a castle of sorts. Now it's nothing. Now it's just gonna be a box of shit. Again, it's all over. It's boxes again. Whatever you do in Minecraft, it's always boxes. You know why? Because because the inception of the game itself is basically a block, you know. So it always ends up in that situation. And this whole magnificent building I've built, it's just like a blueprint for now, is also gonna be a box. I try to run away from it, but in the end it's always a box. Even my head is a box right now. Even the thing I need the most right now in my playthrough is actually a box called scrap boxes. It's always cobblestone box, yeah. We moved one step ahead. We chiseled a cobblestone, so now it's a fancy cobblestone. How's that for a change, huh? I think it's great. Oh, I didn't cover that wall. And I was going for a glass block. Block again. So actually, and if you die in well, not like die. I don't want you to die. If you play in your world and you move like into the HV or something, will you switch Steam to some other sources of electricity? I mean, or if you go to EV, will you move to nuclear energy, since fusion is sort of like nuclear-esque? No? Need to scale up a bit. Well, you're bound for defeat, do you know that? Steam only is not gonna get you too far. You will experience FPS drops and everything, and TPS as well, before you reach, I don't know, like UV amp or something. Oh my god. It's an interesting decision. It's like there is some passion for you in limiting yourself so much that it's not just hardcore, it's basically hardcore with you being, I don't know, tied up or something. Well, in your next world will be me playing with one hand or something, you know, using only a mouse. You will have like control pad on your screen where you will have to click on arrows in order to move, like you know, like they have this thing on phones or mobile games. I'm actually curious how I'm going to change those crops. If I... Yeah. But either way, the pinnacle and the apex of your suffering, after all these years of trying different layouts of hardcore runs, would be to play by my rulebook. It's basically trying to do it, everything like I do. I think it's the hardest way to play the game. It's when you don't think at all. You just do some stuff and hope that something happens. And no automation, remember. Oh, how about playing with no automation? Like, literally everything done by hand. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. I've also been thinking this crazy idea. Do you know, like, average GregTech player? I guess everybody knows him, and some other dudes that are like Soy Cake and everything, and how they gather up and they speedrun the game and they do it so efficiently. And there's like a constant party of 5 people or something, and they have a lot of hours put in the game, but they finish it, and then they start a new run, and they reach the heights we cannot even reach in the half of their in twice as their playtime, you know. And all I'm saying is that, can you imagine that there would be like an attempt to not to speedrun the game, but to complete the game from people that aren't that professional? I would gladly see myself amongst somebody else of my standing, of my numbers. I'm not talking about you, actually. I think you are like a level above me, or maybe you're amongst those guys. You probably should have been playing with them, I think. I wonder why. I wonder if you got the invite to be on that team, or you have to be friends with somebody to actually get there. Because I've always wanted to try some multiplayer action, to actually talk to people, you know, instead of, you know, just jackassery where I just talk to myself and thinking that somebody else is actually listening. And it would be interesting to try something like that, but on a smaller scale, like where people don't really expect cool moves from you or some knowledge. Or even if they do, like, you could just sort of condition yourself just by saying, like, hi guys, I know you know a lot, and I'm just a dude who can follow commands or something. I would gladly go and cut some hundreds of trees and then bring them back to base to see that this action of mine actually, you know, turned into something useful by other players' hands, you know. So I know that I have got some kind of impact on this game that I'm playing with other guys, you know. And I wonder if somebody wants to actually do this small scales, kind of gather up sometimes. It's very hard. I'm saying it like that, and like, dude, why don't you do it yourself? It's because I cannot do the technical stuff like arranging a server and everything. It would probably be very, I don't know, hard considering my position, because I have a very limited internet due to my fancy situation in my country and everything. I guess things like that happen when you kind of create an invite on Discord or something. I would be glad to just play like in a regular world, you know, with no limitations or anything. One thing I'm against is the teleportation command that they use all the time, the warps and everything. I don't know why they do that. I've always felt like in order to speedrun a game, you would have to know where to get stuff, and get all your logistics right. Okay, so I've seen them get hunger axes and everything very fast within the first 10 hours of gameplay. I was wondering, like, how did they do that? And most of that is because they found the enchanting table, as far as I understand, and they were able to kill the wither and everything. And you don't get to do it this fast if you don't have a teleportation command that allows you to warp back and forth between places, you know? So I guess the huge chunk of time in a speedrun is actually being able to be in any spot you want at any second. If you omit that, you're just a regular player. Well, with some knowledge that you can't really can't really apply because you need to be in some other place and you have to run there, you know. So I would play with somebody, but without teleportation commands. Yes, and the rest of it, not really. I'm okay with that. So guys, what do you think? Has anyone ever tried something like that or wants to? Who's got the power to start this thing? I'll gladly be a part of that, whether it's on cam or off cam, however you want. Actually, I'm building and destroying blocks because I'm talking. I need it to be a bit. Okay, I think I will be destroying roof when I need to replace crops, and then I'll be building it back up. But there's a problem. I'll probably have to start from scratch from the first floor and destroy the rest of the floors, so I can just build up from the first floor. It would be the easiest way to do it. So basically, I'm like calling up some guys who know how to play GTNH, but who think they're washed up, you know? Not the competitive sharks that, you know, do things so fast that, I don't know, you can't even follow them. But those that know, but, you know, either lazy or unwilling to be as efficient as others. It's like, have you ever watched Deadpool 2 when he gathered up a team of very, I would say, inefficient superheroes, and half of them were dead before they landed on a mission? That's the kind of team I'm gathering. Because I think even in that condition, it is possible to do something cool in the world. Have it recorded, maybe. Some parts of it, maybe screenshots or something. I don't know, I think group play is overrated. Unless you're super motivated, you can just kind of chip off at any time and never come back. I can style these farms like some kind of little houses of sorts with a roof that has railings. I'm just worried that I will kind of regret that I'll regret destroying my experience berries. There's another question. I don't really know why I have this thing one block higher. I don't know why it has to be like that. If it can be like that. A lot of breaking and replacing. I'll be so free and so elated when I get my manipulator, which I cannot work with because I never had experience with it. But I've heard it can copy paste buildings, including multi-blocks and machines. Actually, I'm not sure about the ME cables, but I think that's also a thing they can do. Because other tools of copy pasting, like Schematica, I think that was the thing, couldn't do that. And you would have to use your own hand to fill in the blocks. So maybe me breaking and replacing every block manually is actually a good thing. I will be more than just ready for the implementation of a manipulator when it's out in my world, which is about in 200 hours, I think, considering my pace of getting scrap boxes. You know, I didn't even load up the next batch, so no scrap boxes are done now, which is what I do daily. This is my type of content. Super inefficient play. A bit embarrassed by that, but it's not something I can fix. They're so quiet, guys. Usually I have 3 people and all of them are talking to me. I think I want to change this whole structure because it's made out of stone and I don't like when things are looking not similar. And the funny part is that I can chisel it, because stone blocks and cobblestone are different things. And they have different versions and varieties of blocks. Chisel version of blocks. I'll probably leave the middle part the way it should be. This one, because you don't see it. And yep. And the thing I set out to do is still not done. That's the funny part. Oh, and I didn't do that side. Actually, if I'm going to continue building outward into that direction, then I don't need to switch that. I can just leave it be like it is, because it'll be concealed within the interior of the next farm. Oh. Oh, Onyx. Onyx, I've just looked into OBS, or my Twitch chat. It appears to be that random potato hi is actually not a phrase. It was a sticker that you sent to say hi to me, and I ignored that totally because my in-game chat does not really display the stickers, you know, or whatever you call those things. Sorry, and hi, welcome to my stream. Apparently I have to do something with that, or just learn that the random potato hi means that somebody says hi to me. Because I thought you said hi to random potato, which is also a streamer, I believe. No? Content creator? There's some kind of potato somewhere out there. I know for sure. Maybe not GTNH related. So hi if you're still here. This is it. Oh, I had the mob repellator here. Look at that. It's glowing. And it's useless. Because my farms are full of crops and they can't spawn here anyway. I should just delete that. And these guys are... mobs can't spawn on that as well. Okay. Thank you. Alright, I just did that. Now it looks very clean on the outside. And all I need to do now is figure out how to actually slowly but steadily swap the XP berries for the other berries that I wanted to plant. I think that the easiest way is to start from bottom to top, but maybe not. Maybe it's not true. Also, I need to fill in the gaps like that. I know that there are some gaps on the side, like this one. All of that is supposed to be fully encapsulated in stone. Otherwise, my crops won't be bearing any fruit to me. This is another problematic place. Oh my god. All right. Oh, I can chisel the rest of the stone like that. Mm-hmm. Now let's grab the crops. Is that salter root? Olivia. What for? Oh, the olivin? Guys, isn't that the thing? Wait a second. It gives sapphirium and I'm waiting for a green sapphire in the middle. Well, let's just... I know there's a crop. There is a crop like that. There's a problem. I think it doesn't grow without the block underneath. I don't know. Maybe if I Garnedinia, then it's gonna give me something else. Other sapphires, because you know there are a bunch of them. Nah. Well, either way, we're going to continue breeding these crops. And a lot of iron already. Oh, This is some mushrooms, I suppose. Greystone lily. Isn't it the one? Oh, it's just stone. Should have deleted that. Okay, here's where we're gonna have tin berries here. Okay, if we start from the top. What does that mean? That we will have to... We can easily plant the top layer. But then again... How do you... It has to be from the bottom. And also I just figured out that I need a bunch of item pipes because I want to change the storage system a bit so that it can store and harbor more berries. Do I have brass? Yes, we do. Yeah, like that. The skelly spawned somewhere. How's that possible? I think I know. There's a spot in the middle. Where is he? I don't understand. It's fully locked. Where are you? That's strange. Alright, it doesn't matter. Let him walk. Let him walk. I want to put those things a bit forward. Like that. And I want these horrendous pipes. Oh. To be like that instead. Right? And that's gonna transfer everything we want. Wherever we want. I guess 9 items is enough. Actually, it's even 12. Oh, I've got some zombie hands. I didn't know that. That's good for a couple of stacks of dirt. But I need another drawer. Yoink it from somewhere. Okay. I wouldn't want these berries to fill other drawers, but let it be for now. Whatever. We'll clean that up afterwards. Now, still need to think about how to well, this is the middle part, so this is where the crops start. Yeah. And this is already a second layer. Yes. I think we're just gonna destroy everything. No? Yes, we need to destroy everything. Come on, let's go. And this is where the boys is spawning, right? No. I need to seal that up. Technically speaking, you don't have to walk here, so the setup is a bit flawed. In terms of, I could have made it one block closer and actually merge the farmlands. Okay. There will be a two block wall, I guess, in my setup. I don't know. Just more resources that I have to spend. And we need to delete all the lights. That's detrimental to our setup. Okay. Also, I think it would be more, I don't know, good looking if I were to move all these drawers into a central kind of like piece here. But there's this like ultra ugly pipe, and maybe it's okay here for now. Also, I would gladly do that so that I don't get damaged while walking over it. Sometimes I get seeds. I will preserve all 4,000 of those berries in case I ever need to quickly get the field up and running again. I'll just plant them and it'll be done in about an hour or so. Okay. So everything is sort of accounted for. Right, I still don't have the right type of shovel. Bunch of zombies. We'll be replanting it slowly. Planting only the crop sticks that can be filled at a time, leaving a lot of space for mobs to spawn, so basically we'll be peaceful mode toggling again. I've made up my mind about it a long time ago, since I've been having this fun with cobblestone balls. Made from drowned creepers. Alright. So we take this corner, and we plant 10 tin ore berries that look like, they don't look like tin, if you ask me. Let's destroy the rest of the field. Once the first field is finished, we're just gonna move up like we did with iron today. And this is gonna be our strategy for 2 of these fields. Okay. I should have brought more flint with me because my shovel is about to die again. Right you are. And this is where we're gonna place our crop sticks and farmland. And of course this. I don't really want to use a single piece of crops or farmland to... Oh my god, please don't blow anything up. Wow, really? Really? More? Leave it for 1 second and the dudes are already crashing the party. I'm missing my old farm because I could get rotten flesh for infinite dirt, but now I don't have this privilege, because that kind of farm would be very dangerous. It would spawn different and dangerous kind of mobs. The ones that are blowing up everything around them and turning things into cobblestone. I don't want that held back in my world, so I would rather find different ways to get dirt, rather than constantly gambling on whether I'm going to lose some chunk of my base again to a misfortune, and then I would have to load it back up for that to not happen. Tired of it. Spent too many episodes doing that. I think I should do that in parallel. I should do the same thing with the other field and just, you know, replant both of them at the same time. Once I have resources. Okay, so apparently something happened with the 10th oreberry crop, tin oreberry. So we have to destroy the crop, otherwise it's gonna turn into weed. All right. We're leaving that field, sealing it up, coming back in half an hour or so. Now we grab copper ore berry 13 and do the exact same thing. I seal that so that nothing walks around. Well, anyway, it will. And the skeleton, where is it? I just want to know where is he hiding? There's a spot underneath. I know about it. There is a spot. Might as well want to light it up. It's somewhere here. Well, the other block. I'm afraid that if I break it... No? Oh, actually, it's very dangerous because you can just shoot me and I'll be off the rails, you know. I think I need to light this area up just in case. These fancy things can happen anyway. This one's... Yeah, now we're safe. Well, yes, like that. And, it's an interesting thing of finding where the skeleton is. Let's break the blocks. Oh my god, I'm falling again into the void. Do you know what I usually do? It's another piece of content that I am sort of good at, is that I will be trying to cheat in a Staff of Traveler into my inventory to quickly get myself out of the situation, just so that I don't lose time loading up a backup, because losing all these items into the void, well, actually it's going to be in a grave, but to get to that grave I will need to build a bridge of about a few hundred blocks, which is a lot, and I don't want that monstrosity to be left there after all. So I will be trying to cheat in an item. Of course, maybe toggling creative would be easier, but I don't have this in my world right now, and I don't want to open to LAN. So, if I remember correctly, this is called Staff of the Traveler. Or maybe of Traveler. Staff of Traveling, that's what it's called. And I need the pink version of that, because this is the one that works without energy. And then also I'll need to be very fast to decide what to throw out. I guess I'm gonna throw out these 13 stone blocks in case there's no slots in my inventory. And I need to be typing very quick and typolessly, you know. And it's very possible that I will mistype it, and I shouldn't forget to toggle the red wrench mode. 3, 2, 1, let's go. No, I totally lost it. I cannot do creative mode. I don't have cheats on, you know, in my single player mode. I usually do this stuff traveling in that case. I've done it a few times already. And then I delete this thing. No, I can't. Top left is creative mode. How do I do it when I'm falling down like this? I'm already started taking damage. Shoot. Top left is creative mode. Top left. What was top left? I forgot what top left. Okay, I'm gonna do the creative mode right now to get there. Anyway, top left is creative. Where's top left? Turn delete mode on. Heal the player. Magnet. Current game mode. I see. Creative. It deleted my inventory. I don't have an inventory. Stupid. So this is the block where I died. I'm gonna retrieve it, gather all the things, and then peacefully go back to where I belong. because it's just not fun. I'm a bit afraid. I'm just gonna build a few blocks around it, because I'm afraid I'm gonna lose some items. Precarious high. I saw your message. We're not rich yet. We're very poor indeed. But that doesn't stop us from continuing being poor. I don't see anything. I need a torch. Torch. Hello? Torch. Help Dora find torch. What the hell? Sorry. Materials. Is there a... torch? Surprisingly, everything fitted just perfectly, which I'm really afraid of. Okay, back to survival, and I have I don't know why, but I think that it's not everything. I don't see the bed. Where's bed? Pickaxe, axe. No shovel. It's even worse. It deleted my items. What? I toggled creative mode. I picked up my items, and all the leftover items that couldn't fit in my inventory just deleted magically. They're gone. I don't remember what I had. I most certainly had a bed. And a shovel, which was very unique and specific. It was a flint shovel. You know, I can't do that here. I can't shade it back in. I need to craft it. Oh my god. I'm really mad. Backups. When was last time? Actually, 42 minutes. It's not that bad. We will try to restore, which is a bad thing to do, obviously, but who cares? And this will put us back in. We were cleaning. We've done cleaning the first part of our farm. Well, you see, I have a shovel, I have a bed, so just lost 20 minutes of my life. Actually, I lost about 4 minutes of my life, 4 hours of my life already playing this game, but that's beside the fact. Actually, not to waste time, I can already plant the crops that I have here. The 13 copper ore berries, and then do the rest of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 13. And grab that. I was looking for a skeleton, that's what I was doing. stupid skeleton. The dude killed me. He literally killed me. He killed my 20 minutes of my time. Look at him. He's still there. It's a mystery where he is. Because there is no empty space. Actually, you know what I saw? When I opened up my farm to look where he is, I was thinking like there's no way he's there. And I saw that there were a lot of weeds, you know, growing, which means that there's an empty space and things are going really bad, so I should just go and visit it right now. Albeit, actually, wait. I first of all need to be prepared to be shot and pushed out of the platform again. Second of all, I'm very afraid. Actually, don't say that. I'm afraid that half the field, half the lower layer of the field is already broken and I need to replant it because of weeds. I just saw that and I hope it's not true. Okay, there's a hole somehow in the bottom at the bottom of this. Look, there were weeds somewhere. Look at that. What is it? Did I just forget to plant one crop or something? And how much of it is it? Iron ore berry, and I'm wondering why aren't there so many iron ore berries? Because it's been contaminated, you know. So in order to get there, I will have to break the second layer, which is a very nasty thing. Oh my god, what if the whole field is like that? Essentially I'm breaking the second field as well. Man, look at that. Oh, what the hell? I understand now, but how'd you get here? If everything was sealed up, you don't spawn on those crops anyway. Oh my god. Guys, I made a mistake. I skipped one spot somewhere and it contaminated the whole field. And now I have to destroy half of my ironberry field. God, give me strength. Oh, it's my favorite game. I have a bunch of ore berries. I can fix that in no time, but they will be growing and recuperating for some time after that. I have another Thaumcraft element to implement in this game. It's called frustratio. It's when you mix precantatio and lack of brain. It's magically stupid, they call it. After that, I get frustrated. The hell with it, I'm breaking the whole thing. Sorry, Iron. I have to heal your brothers that are on the lower level. That is so damn hard. Oh my god. Okay. Free wheat farm. And here. Wow, the whole lower level was taken by this sickness. He's serious. Wow. I'm so stupid. Now just remember my face when I was saying that the whole iron field is finally done. The hardest part of this setup is that is the inaccessibility of what you once planted. You know, there's a hiccup somewhere. You'll definitely feel it afterwards, like that. As to the second layer, I again made a mistake. I shouldn't have done that because I first need to plant the second layer, then plant crops on top. This means jumping, and I can't do that. This irritation is burning my eyes. I hate my gameplay. Okay, tiny brass iron pipe. Why do I need that right now? I don't need that. Furnace, what the hell? Cobblestone. Narrow. Bone. The hell out of away from my inventory. Alright. Let me just... So we first do the top layer, then we deal with the bottom layer. All easy. All planted. All checked. Not like last time. It would have been easier if it wasn't my if it wasn't my fault. Like if somebody trampled just trampled the crops, but no. Farmland of that type cannot be trampled. That's the thing. Alright, I'm gonna use farmland here as well, because apparently mobs like to spawn in places where they shouldn't. Also must be... I'm tired now. I'm just gonna... I think I'm gonna turn off the stream right now. I'm literally shaking from... I'm just gonna bang the table or something. Yeah, crop rework. Can already taste it in my mouth. I cannot bear any more of this. One little patch that I left because I was dealing with it in the darkness and I was checking twice and still left one little piece of land that was left untouched, you know, only the crop sticks, and it just turned into weed. It killed my whole farmland, and now I cannot even rebuild it properly because goddamn thing stings whenever you step on it, and breaking it, don't really want to do that. So many little things that just drive me mad. Look at that. Look, I don't even step on it. It's like once you're in a hitbox, you have to try really hard if you have one spot to jump straight into the center. Otherwise, you're gonna be attacked by, I don't know, god of crops or something. I think I'll be calling it not crops but craps instead. It's so hard. Look, and weeds are already there. Wow. All right. Auto planter. Yeah. Is it gonna work in such you know, crowded places like that? Such I don't know. Like you're literally crammed in here, and there is not a single block that allows movement here. So I'm doing everything, and I'm sealing it up. And it's inaccessible anymore. Well, until it is. All right. I also thought that it was done dead deal, you know. But no, I came back and I had to rebuild the whole thing. Harvesting's not a problem, I guess. Well, and my setups are 3-layered, you know, three layers. Yeah. But space. If I can, you know, like send a cart to drive around a huge field in a certain path so that it touches everything, and it at the end it brings me the whole, I don't know, chest of crops, and those just grow, then I guess it's good. But I'm using this setup right here, which doesn't allow any carts, I think, only because there is a crop manager which allows three layers to be here, and apparently, if I knew that carts worked, and if it weren't that, I don't know. I still think that all of those extra mods, they're very expensive. Just like we reviewed logistics pipes today. I think it's expensive in my current position. I'm afraid to look at the cards right now and what prerequisites they need. I might not be ready for what needs to be done in order to send a cart to do all those things. I'm a really conservative player. To reiterate that from every now and then. Steve's default. I mean, I don't even know if crop rework will anyhow change the ways of things I do now. What if it's gonna be the same? Yeah, we change the way things breed, but once you've bred them and you're ready to grow them, you appeal to that. You go to that farmland thing, to that crop manager thing, because it's after you've already bred things. I mean, I hope it changes. Okay, there's something I can't do. Really, I can't do that. Unless I... Yes, good. I'm smart. I'm smart somewhere and sometimes. That was crazy. I don't know. There's a skelly again. I think I will get my repilator back. I was laughing at how I don't need that anymore. But there are mobs appearing at all places. They find these little nooks and crannies and just kind of... It's like, I don't know, mice or something. Stats, I don't think they drop. I mean, how can they drop? Like, you raise them by breeding crops, and then you just have a plant, and it never moves anywhere unless you decide to go further. And well, if you breed your plant with a stat that's lower, then the result might be lower as an average between two. That's what you're talking about. But I don't believe it just drops on its own. Okay, right. Why not blow everything up? What if I forgot something again? I mean, I trust myself, but it doesn't matter. Oh. That I did not know. I just didn't know that. Why does it drop if it doesn't have anything? Ah, plus minus 2. Well, it's okay. I guess an average, you would still raise your level every time. Is this plus 1 to the overall level? And you hit minus 2 on the specific one. And then the next time you do it, it's always going to be at least plus 1. It should be, right? You can't go like 3 breeds in a row and it's always going to be minus 2 and you end up with 1, 1, 1. I don't think it's possible. It's very unlucky. You have to be very unlucky for that to happen. Yeah. Yeah, I think they did some kind of stability so that you can go to 31 and it won't do anything bad. I've read something about that. Okay, I think I've dealt with this freaking iron field. If that's not the case, then I don't know what is. Third time I'm there. I don't know. I'll be screenshotting every plot of land I planted myself. Actually not getting anything worthwhile in my hops field. It just randomly distributes everything instead of putting it in the same. And 5 gold ore berries. Those I don't know what to do with. It's just a blank spot for me now. Okay, this is size 2 already. We need to wait for the what's it doing here and why is it not transferred? Again to, or will it be transferred? I think it could have been transferred. I just didn't wait for 20 seconds. I should have done all those fields like 15 episodes ago or 20 episodes ago when I first got my hands on crop managers. I should have stuck to this thing until I got all the fields of all the basic crops, and only then I might have achieved something. I wouldn't say it's better than any other source of getting tin or iron or anything. If not, in fact, it's even worse probably than just duping it. But duping is extremely manual, whereas this one is super automated. Actually, I've been playing with the red wrench the whole time, but it doesn't matter. Didn't do anything. And all I'm saying is I want to automate as many things as possible, starting from 0, which is gathering the resources. And I think I'm on the right path. If not, then I'm done with this game, really. If that doesn't help, I don't know what will. Because all these drawers that I get of all the ore berries I get, I will send them straight to the macerator. Or maybe make a new one nearby, but it has to be steam powered, which is a bit interesting to me. Right now. I just want to have fields, and every hour I want to get like 100 or 200 or 500 dusts from it. That's all I need. 3 dusts without even thinking about it, so that I can do something else, and dusts are always there. So one day when I just stream for 5 hours, I just completely not notice the resources, I'm not checking them or anything, and then by the time I need them, I just kind of casually walk up to the drawers and see that I've got a good sum of 1,000 iron dust, and I'm like, okay, I'm warm inside my heart that I didn't have to move my finger to do all of that, to get all of those resources. That's the plan. I think that's how the game is supposed to be played. You just do all of that, and then it gives you resources for nothing. And that should happen with everything in this game. The only thing I cannot really automate is sorting out the drops of mobs in the mob farm, and probably duping of ingots when I want to make steel in the Thaumcraft Crucible. I don't know how you would. Well, there is a way, I think. It's called, if you can turn the face of a dispenser, right? Then it can spit items into the crucible, actually at a very slow speed, unless you somehow make a clock that goes like or something. And then a vacuum hopper to pick up the results. But then again, the vacuum hopper would be trying to suck up the things that the dispenser spits, at the same time, so it will be losing a lot of things. So I do have an idea for inserting the items into the crucible, but I don't have a single idea on how to not insert, how to receive them automatically, because a vacuum hopper wouldn't work. It's plain as day. It won't. It'll be just stealing the things that need to be in the crucible. Other things are pretty easily automated. All of the machines, everything, just done easily with a bunch of pipes and hoppers plus barrels where I would store my final results. So there's that. And while I'm doing all of it, I have to gather scrap boxes, of course. Alright, oreberry fields are done. All I have to do is wait now, and then maybe after some time I will be able to turn that into profit. Completing the fields first. For now, we're gonna store all the crop sticks and farmland here. Alright, let's go load up some steel. Like a stack of it. Oh my god, this liquid XP, man. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I'm break. No. Break it. Place. Oh, completed a quest. All of a sudden. Alright, these are back to work. Getting some aluminum at the same time. Okay, now the fields are of course full of mobs right now, and even mobs like that in places like that. Wow, I need to fix that. Yeah, it's full of mobs, but don't worry. I think they can't kill each other in there and start blowing things up. Maybe I should turn on the peaceful until I get the full fields. Yeah, should probably do that. I think I will slowly be finishing off for today. I wouldn't say I did a lot of things, but my initial plan of finishing the ore field, the iron ore field, is completed. So that is a good thing. And even better, I got the other fields up and running. All I need is to multiply the crops within them. And then we will be trying to think of a way to transport all these berries into the macerator right here. Maybe I was supposed to, you know, actually not even sort that into the drawers, but kind of lead one pipe straight into the macerator. But then I'm afraid that it will be working and spinning this thing the whole time, that I won't be able to use it for any other purposes. And that is kind of a thing I don't want to happen. So maybe I need a separate dude for that, you know, like the other, like another multi-block maybe. I don't know. And then again, I want to use some of that. I want to use some of these ore berries you know, like that, to just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks. I just picked up 6 stacks of ore berries, of iron ore berries, and I just want to pick up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of stone. It is a very simple thing. I want to diamond chisel that into a chiseled stone bricks, which give me the exact amount of ore that I need to turn all my iron ore berries into a very magnificent material, which is done kind of slowly at this point. Look, I just throw that in, and I get that in return. Well, actually, it's a bit problematic because you get these as well. I'll have to dip them again. What the hell's happening? Yeah. So you see that it's very easy. Not automated though, and it's probably something I won't be able to automate. Well, Apparently I needed more chisel blocks. But anyway, I can send all of this to this little box, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about a stack of steel out of thin air. Isn't that cool? Plus, we get to have the iron ingots, iron nuggets that we can just straight up smelt into, you know, into raw iron. Oh, that's the 6th stack of chisel. This is why I have a surplus of nuggets. It's because I didn't use the last stack of chisel blocks. So everything's cool. It's a 1-to-1 ratio anyway. So this is that. This is the strat. Have some iron for this and that. I finally got a diligent everything. Hopefully it completes the quest for me. It doesn't, because my quest is unweary actually, and I just backtracked a little. Diligent 2-3. This normal speed. Perhaps this is what I need. Didn't get the diligent breed. Lost something along the way. I mean the unweary. Oh, here it is actually. There's a lot of things like that. So all I want now is to have a normal speed at least of production. This is why I'm pairing a diligent bee with another diligent bee from the same breed, because they have good chances to give me a normal rates of production. Because if I wanted to continue breeding onto the unweary, it has a huge chance to become a slow worker, and then I won't be able to crawl out of there without too much effort. Glowing coral, what? Did I actually get that? This thing's like sonarium in an autoclave. Or an extractor, glowstone. I'm gonna save that. This is glowstone. This is the thing I will need a lot. Wow. Let that mature and then we'll think about stuff, right? And this sapphires. Well, yeah, we've already researched that. And this is glowflower, another glowstone. Another glowstone kind of thing. But the coral is better because it works with UUM to get you the right amount of sonarium in an autoclave. Because the glowflower gives you 2-to-1. This is also 2-to-1, but here in autoclave, actually that doesn't even give you the glowstone, it gives you the sonarium, which is another material. It usually sources that from I don't know, like spent fuel rods in a reactor. So yes. Alright guys, I think I'm going to be slowly finishing this try today. Thank you everybody for being here and watching me suffer yet another day in GregTech. In an ugly version of GregTech. Remember, I chose that, and I should suffer. Sometimes I don't want to. Yeah, and we've already kind of drew plans for the next episode. But slowly but surely we're moving somewhere, trying to, erase the bad spots in the basics of my base, like resource creation. Of course, we won't be covering all the resources. A lot of them will be done manually. But nonetheless, the most basic ones like iron, tin, copper are on the way to be automated, which is a thing to behold, So thank you everyone for watching. I will, of course, there are a lot of people I will send you to somewhere else. I mean, raid you to somewhere else. I almost pressed report live stream on my own stream instead of raiding somebody. There's like a triple dot button. I almost reported myself. Well, I guess there are a bunch of things I could get reported for. But anyway. So who are we gonna watch? I'm gonna go for GTNH in a filter tag category. Who do we know? Duct. Star technology getting rich. Well, I don't know if jumping from this kind of content to that is good. But I guess there's a Steamgate run. 2.9 waiting room. There's a guy in IV. I guess we're gonna go to Duct. I guess everybody knows him. So goodbye, guys. I'm raiding you now. See you next time.